Welcome, everybody, to Catfish Weekly, presented by B&M Poles. Along with the doctor, I'm Lyle Stokes, and Cindy is here to spin the prize wheel. Doc, there's a bunch of stuff we need to go over tonight.
Yes, we do.
Somebody forgot to turn off their volume, and it wasn't me.
No, I'm good.
Me too. That only leaves one person.
Yeah, I think we got the culprit.
I think we do.
Somebody's got to take the blame.
That's right. It wasn't Jeremy, though.
Yeah, we've done it enough.
Oh, yeah, we all do it. Doc, there's a couple things I want to talk about before we get into Jeremy. We had a collection plate drawn up for Brooke and her family with all the stuff down there. Cad Daly and Cindy and Brent Riddle had talked with Cindy a couple times, and she messaged Cad, and they had worked out a deal to pull this together. And the Ishcomer girls went around and passed the Fishma stocking to collect money for Brooke and her family, and they collected at our captain's meeting $3,959, and that is the catfishing family stepping up in a huge way.
It's pretty awesome.
It was pretty awesome. Those guys reached down deep to help them out. They need the help. I can't imagine anybody having as much trouble as they're going through and not needing assistance. And we're going to try to have a place where people can donate money for Brooke at the Catfish Conference. It's coming up next month. The bills that they get are staggering. I know they are. We went through a little of that with our son's middle child here a few years ago, and Brent had told me and Cindy that he had went through that with one of their kids, and everybody knows what them kind of bills run into and back and forth to the hospital and all that stuff. And I just want everybody to know how proud of them we are for reaching down deep and helping those folks out, because Brooke has been a pillar of the catfishing community for a few years, and never does anything out of line, anything wrong, always helpful for people, does seminars and all kinds of stuff. And she really, really appreciated what they done. So thank you guys for all that. That was really a cool deal.
That was real cool. It
really was. Let's see what else I got. Oh, and another thing I wanted to mention before we got started, Todd Sipes had a little breakdown on his boat, and Dustin Fall went out and went to pull him in, and which that is outstanding that he would do that, and knowing he may or may not miss weigh in, and he ran out of gas, pulled him in, so the two of them had some problems, but they got pulled in by our buddy with fish size matters catfishing. These guys none of them made way in, and one guy helping another in a tournament situation, regardless of whether they had winning fish or not. Chad Bailey went down there and he hooked on to both of them and pulled them in. And again, that's the catfish world stepping up to help your brother catfisherman. I can't imagine that in any other tournament group of anglers. I don't think you'd see that in bass or crappie or anything else. Only in catfishing do people stand up and help themselves like that and help their fellow fishermen. Cindy and I have done that, missed weigh in St. Louis one time to help Anthony Maggart out. And, we was proud to do it. We knew we didn't have winning fish. He had a chance at winning fish and big fish that day. And I don't know if he would have won or not, but he sure had a shot at it. And we missed getting him in on time by 1 minute because we just didn't have enough boat to get him in and us in on time to weigh in. But that's what you got to do for your fellow guy. You can't leave them sit out there on the river broke down. I'm so proud of them guys for stepping up, Chad and Dustin both. That was just a really cool deal.
That's the difference between the other species.
That's right. That I agree 100%, Jeremy. It really is. That them guys done the right thing, and we would have done the right thing, and it was awesome. Hey, Lindsay Knight, how are you doing? Glad to visit with you guys down there. Man, we had a blast visiting with people, didn't we, Doc?
Yes, we did. There were so many people there that I really enjoyed. I got to spend time with the Funkmeister, David himself, and then Chris Macri, and my partner Shane Henderson, and Denny Iberg. And that guy, boy, I mean, he has got a lot of knowledge on Wheeler Lake.
That's awesome.
We sat there and talked about a lot of stuff. He knows that lake. He was telling me places all over, and I didn't have a clue where he was going. But man, I wish I would have known. So.
Dustin pulled that boat of Todd's in by his rod rack that he made, and I can say right off the bat that was no problem for that rod rack. I pulled one in on the Mississippi River up current last fall, and I know that they will withstand the test of time. There's just no question about it, man. Them D&Ts are bad to the bone, and that's really neat that you're able to do that. I'm sure most all of them would do that, but when it counts is when it has to work. You know, it has to work. Now, Doc, them guys ride you at all about your performance last week on Catfish Weekly?
Oh yeah. Okay. There was talk about let's plug while it's raining, let's put the plug back in the boat and stuff like that. So I kept going out checking and making.
Didn't find any bananas in it, or
didn't find no bananas or nothing in it that I know of. So. But it was all good, And there were so many people at the captain's meeting was telling me, hey, that was pretty good. That was really good. Had scared the tar out of us and stuff like that. So and that's that's what I wanted to do.
And it worked. You done a bad job on that.
Never tell what we'll come up with next.
Well,
I do want to report one thing. I got to try out my brush grippers.
How did they work for you?
I'll tell you what. Shane reached up there and he latched onto a tree, and we let it ease on back. I do have to, with my 24-foot boat, I need to open up that paracord a little bit. I need to put more paracord on it. But it eased up and it locked down, and then we pulled the tree. The brush gripper stayed on the tree, and we pulled the whole tree up off of the bottom. So we're going downriver dragging this tree, and the brush gripper never did let go of it.
Yep, I told you they're bad. I love mine, and if there's any place that I can hook on to structure that will hold versus throwing an anchor, I'm all over that.
Like pulling up that anchor?
No, I don't. But now there's a new one coming out on the market that Dustin's working on that I seen over the weekend, and
it's pretty sharp. He showed it to me.
I'm anxious to give that baby a whirl. I'll be getting one of them one of these days. 5.2 pounds. I can pull that up, and it won't hurt my old bad shoulder. And I'm really looking forward to getting that baby in here so we can give it a try. That's going to be bad, and if it works out the way I know it's going to, that's going to be a game changer for me in anchor fishing, because right now, if I have to stay in a place or pull the anchor more than 2 or 3 times, well, Doc's been in the boat with us. I got about 2 good pulls in me a day, and it just tears my shoulder up, and there's no sense of me taking them pain pills. And I use spot lock a lot, but if an anchor only weighs 5 pounds, shoot, I can pull that baby up 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
So that's
if you have a ball attached, it's even easier.
It is, and
sometimes
it comes up real good, and sometimes they don't always come up. We have lost an anchor one time.
Yes, we have.
But we'll get back to that another time. Anything else you'd like to go over before we get started, Doc?
Yeah, SWOCC. This is Vince Nadosky. He's got raffle tickets. He's got, I think, 38 left, because I think he bought one today, didn't you, Lyle?
No, I haven't yet. I haven't.
Okay, somebody. He told me he had 38, and then I saw you posted, and then I saw 38 underneath there. So he's got 38 left, and it's a chance for a Helix G3N Mega Side Imaging Plus. Great
unit. I got one of those. They're awesome.
Retails for $2,500. The tickets are $25 per ticket. There's 104 spots total. and there's 38 spots left. He's got $4,000 of extra money thrown in for this trail that he's running.
That's awesome.
And and it's all 100% payback.
That's really
if you guys are looking for a good trail, Rocky Fork has got extra money thrown in from Highland County. They threw in today, they contacted him, threw in another $500. So, if you guys are looking for a well-run tournament that's it's local here in Ohio, come on down.
That'd be a lot of fun. I know they put on some great tournaments over there every year. Doc, yeah. I just got a message on Facebook. I hope I get this name right. William Winterstein won the Sea Ark boat in the tournament. Him and his partner Jeremy Jeffers, and he would like to thank Sea Ark Boats, Dry Creek Marine, and Jody Harrison for the boat that they won over there. That's an outstanding thing, William. Thank you so much for messaging us about that. I know Jody worked really hard to get those kind of deals put together, and not everybody can get them. It was outstanding of Sea Arks to put up that boat for people to win. And congratulations, you guys, on the win. And, that's just a really, really cool gesture. And Dry Creek Marine, if I'm correct, is one of the local dealerships down there that helped with that also. So those guys all worked really hard to make that happen. And, of course, we had a blast down there. We always do. Cindy and I go to these tournaments, and we have so much fun. Sometimes we have success, and sometimes we don't, just like everybody else. But one of the things that makes it so much fun is all the people we get to see down there. I enjoy visiting with people and talking to them and shaking hands, and Cindy does, and I know you do, Doc. And even if we don't have a good day at the tournament, we still have a great time doing the tournament or the visiting with everybody. And Doc, I got that Shed Shack bait tank in my boat. I had to bring it home. I'd like to thank Jack Height for helping me get it in the back of the boat, out of the back of the truck, so I could bring my dog home too. I'm hating to take that thing out of there, Doc. I got to tell you, that Shed Shack bait tank, them's in them pictures of you and me and Cindy out there. That is an awesome bait tank. I gotta have one. I gotta have one.
Very good bait tank. Real well.
Did I get my beauty sleep? I don't think there's enough sleep in the world to make me beauty.
Give a shout out to Sawyer. He's the young man that come up and introduced himself and wanted to
Sawyer, what do you remember his last name?
Knight.
Sawyer Knight. Come up with his mother Lindsay and visited with Cindy and I, and he wanted some cinnamon rolls, and we didn't have none the night of the weigh-in.
And then his dad come in and introduce himself.
What a guy he is. He's really cool. Run around there. His dad's playing tag with him. We visited with the whole family for, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes. Had a wonderful time. That little boy is excited about catfishing, and I'm looking at him thinking, here's the next big deal in catfishing at some time. He's probably, what, 5 or 6?
Look about like 5 or 6.
He's real young, but he's excited to be there. He fished all day. Had I asked him if he had a great time, and he said, absolutely. So, hey, Sawyer, we're so glad to meet you down there and looking forward to the next time.
Is it Zed? That's 30?
Zed Moore, 30. Yeah. Zed Moore, 30.
Yeah. Hey, Lyle, look what time it is. It's time to spin the wheel.
You know what? I got it all drug up here. Jeremy, pick me out a number between 1 and 5.
Number 2.
1. Cindy's saying 30, but that's an inside joke, and Zed will understand. And the winner is New School Fishing. NUSKOOL, Cindy.
And we're off.
And we're off. If you don't spin it off of there. Holy crap.
And around it goes.
And New School Fishing wins some Whisker Sticks LED lights from our buddy Tim Hardewick and Lena, his mother, and the whole group over there. And if you will contact the good folks at Whisker Sticks LED Lights, they will hook you up with some lights. And thank you guys so much for watching and signing up for the Rig Wrap Prize Wheel game. And thank Tim and Lena and the whole crew for being a sponsor. Doc, I still remember when they first come together and got on our show, and they've been with us ever since, and they've given away a lot of lights as prizes, and they're a great company. If you guys need any LED lights that you could put anywhere that you can see from as far as you dare to see, contact the people at Whisker Sticks LED Lights and order them up. They're very reasonable, and they work outstanding. I've got a video that I sent Tim to use, Doc, where I put one of them lights on my dog's collar for taking her out at night so I can see where in the world she's at. And even in the dark, that thing lights up as she runs around looking for her perfect spot to do her business. And I am really, really impressed with those lights, and everybody that's got them, as far as I know, are too.
Everybody's wanting to know where your dog's at, Jeremy.
Oh, he's right here. Come here. Come here.
Heck yeah, man.
He's sitting here watching. You don't have to worry about him.
He ain't going nowhere, is he?
Mine's laying right at my feet right here.
Well, mine's over in her kennel, and if she comes out, she'll get right between Cindy and I, because Cindy's in her spot.
Yeah, he's all about some attention, so you don't have to look far.
That's right.
Typical lab.
Jeremy, welcome to Catfish Weekly. We're so glad to have you on here. I mean, you're doing such a great job with the Cabela's tournaments, man. I'm so proud to see you do well with them. They're doing outstanding, and we've had a blast visiting with you over the year. I'm looking forward to some great stuff this year coming up.
Yeah, well, and as always, it's much appreciated for y'all having us on in the first place, but I always appreciate the kind words. It takes a lot of work for both parties, you all and us as well. So,
well, you know, if it doesn't putting on tournaments, a lot of people don't understand what you do and what Jody does and what these other tournament directors do is a job. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of work to try to make everybody happy. And realistically, you can't make them all happy, but you try to get the majority of them.
It just takes a few days to set up in tournament. It don't take too much.
Yeah. Believe me, I've done it for 9 years. I understand, but you guys are doing a bang-up job, and we're really looking forward to hitting some of the Cabela's tournaments this year. Cindy and I are geared up, ready to go, and we're excited for you guys. And I'm hoping you can tell everybody about what you got new and what's in the plans and going to go on this year.
Well, of course, we've got 19 tournaments on the schedule this year, possibly 20. Hopefully, we'll get to add Crothersville after the Catfish Conference like we did last year. Wade's just had a lot on his plate, so hopefully B&M and Wade at Grizzly Jigs will get back on board with Crothersville. But we're going a lot of places. We're kind of moving back out in the west a little bit. And our classic is at Decatur, Alabama, and I'm excited. So
yeah,
and it's going to be in November, which is about the same time frame. Mike Mitchell just stomped them in November this past year, so I think it'll be some big fish in November at the Classic.
I'd be surprised if they're not.
But they added another $10,000 in the points, so now we're up to $30,000 in the points race, getting paid back for the top 20 places. So that's your best 5 finishes. So make sure everybody gets 5 on the schedule. I've got 2 or 3 just about in everybody's backyard, unless you're in California, or Texas. But I'm working on that.
Live out there, they're going to have to suck it up and make some trips until you get one out in California, right?
Well, it's funny you say that. So in 2020, our Classic is already scheduled for Milford Lake, Kansas. It's been a while since we've even had a tournament out that far west, but we're going to take the Classic back out there. And then hopefully in 2020, my plans are to put one in Florida, keep all of our tournaments where we're at now, the Carolinas, try to get some back in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area. But I would really like to come see you more often, Lyle. So I'm going to work on
as much as I would.
I'm going to work on one Truman, Ozark, something like that. But I think everybody knows the young man from out in California that travels to a lot of these tournaments. Is it Steve?
Steve Johnson.
Yeah.
Don Johnson. I couldn't think of his last name. But he's helping me. Hopefully we're going to have one in Northern California on Clear Lake.
Awesome.
one possibly in Southern California around San Diego where the state record is held, and that's 113 pounds off one of them lakes in Southern California. So they got some really big fish that I wasn't aware of. But and then possibly put 2 around the Phoenix area in Arizona, like Roosevelt and Bartlett. So making a push to cover everybody's ponds and not just east of the Mississippi River. So
That's
if
how
my hair don't turn gray or fall out first, we're going to do our best to
hey man,
25
that's
or
what
30.
tournament fishing will do for you right there, buddy.
So
And everybody has to reset their computers now.
Yep. And we've
We
been
just got
afforded.
blinded.
That's why you rarely see me without a hat, Doc.
I know. That's the reason I keep mine on.
One of the new things now is it's not Cabela's King Cat. It's King Cat presented by Bass Pro and Cabela's. So
Now that's going to take me some getting used to.
What was that again?
Oh, you and me both. Everywhere I go, it's Cabela's King Cat. Even in the Bass Pro stores, I still say it, but it is King Cat Tournament Trail presented by Bass Pro and Cabela's.
Oh, okay.
It's a mouthful.
Yes, it is. Now,
Yeah.
You ain't the only one, and I ain't got up on stage yet, so I'm bound to screw it up a lot.
have you got the trailer redone and where it says all this?
No, but it should be ready by the Catfish Conference. So
Awesome.
But that has afforded us a lot of new opportunities. One of the coolest stores I've been to lately is on Lake Ray Hubbard, just outside of Dallas. And there's a beautiful Bass Pro. They've got their own private marina. They sit right on the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to add that to our tournament schedule to go along with Tawakoni. Took 153 pounds and 143 pounds a day to win a tournament there. The Central Texas Catfish Association.
Yep.
Took almost 300 pounds for a 2-day tournament off of that lake. So
awesome. That's great fishing. I don't care where it's at. If you can turn in them kind of numbers in a catfish tournament 2-day, that's really good.
That's right. So I'm looking at putting quite a few more on the schedule to get everybody involved. And so that's my end goal, is to make it a national deal and not just east of the Mississippi or east of the Mississippi and a few out west type deal. So
I'm glad to hear that, because I think that'll help you, and it'll get other people involved that may be on the line. They don't want to travel so far. If you can get it a little bit closer to them guys, I think it'll help the sport. And one of the things that we're going through, as everybody knows, is the catfishing sport is growing so fast that we have growing pains. True. And some people don't have the patience for it and others do. But you have to understand that we're right now in the catfishing tournament world where BAS was in the 1960s. And from what I've been told by guys like Bill Dance and others, that catfishing is growing faster than bass did in their infancy. So we've got a lot of good things to look for, and what we need is patience from people, and for everybody not to be negative and try to make it work with each other, try to make good things happen.
That's right. And, it takes everybody working together. Everybody's got their own agenda, but, it takes everybody working together in the big picture. But, this sport has so many opportunities just due to the size of the fish, period. It has allotted itself so many more opportunities. And it has 3 different species, where crappie is a crappie and bass is still kind of a bass. Smallmouth, largemouth, they're still the same size. But just the 3 different species of fish will allow it to have so many more doors open than the others. So,
right. And I agree with that. Greg with Catfish Stalkers Outdoors would like to know what the 30 is about. Jeremy, do you know anything about that, or is he talking about our inside joke?
I think he's talking what does the number 30 mean? I think he's talking about your inside joke, which I'm not aware of. So I'm not one of the cool kids.
If that is the case, Greg, we can't indulge that. That is a private joke between Zed and Cindy and I and his brother Josh. And
Well, he said ask Jeremy what the number 30 is about. So
Well, if it's
They must-
about that, Jeremy
No.
don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I'm not one of the cool kids. I don't get in on them conversations.
Well,
nor are you.
no, we're not gonna tell you about it either, but it's I will tell you it's pretty darn funny. It really is. Doc, do you have any questions for Jeremy out of chat before we continue?
One of the guys wanted to know if you're bringing it back to Rocky Fork this year.
Not this year, but in 2020. My schedule is full, or it's complete for this year, other than the possibility of Crothersville. But for 2020, that is my plan, to have another one on Rocky Fork, and then hopefully add another one on the upper Ohio River, like Marietta, Pittsburgh area. So always looking for new places, but definitely on my radar for 2020. And then Iowa, Missouri, I saw somebody comment on that a while ago. Hope to get one back on the Calamus Reservoir out in Nebraska. So
Just not enough dates, is there?
it's just not enough dates. There ain't enough time in the calendar for me. I stay gone enough as it is. So I think J. Paul with XL is going to have to buy me a boat so I can take it with me when I go.
Is King Cat going to be at Tell City again this year?
We are. We'll be back at Tell City. We moved it out of August, and we moved it back into the end of May. So I think it's the third weekend of May, right before Memorial Day weekend.
Shad Shack would like to know, will Jeremy have any live weigh-ins?
Well, me and you were talking about that a while ago, Lyle. One of the sponsors that we were with since infancy, they come to ICAST, I think 2014, and they've just exploded in the catfish world. But that is Rig Wrap, which was a big supporter of Catfish Weekly. But
Absolutely.
We started dealing with Glenn in the catfish and crappie worlds several years ago. But we had a really good conversation today. He's coming back on board. We just missed out last year because both of us were really busy. But he's going to be back on board, and he is actually going to be the sponsor of our live weigh-ins. We're going to try to set up a 360 weigh-in. So the 360 camera is sitting above the boats. And so you'll be able to just pan your phone and see everything. Just like you were standing on the other side of the boats watching the fish come out of the live well. So hopefully we'll be able to put that together before Santee, but if not, we'll have that ready and going after the Catfish Conference for the majority of the Catfish tournament. So we want to thank Rig Wrap for being a part of that, and it'll be the Rig Wrap 360 live weigh-in. So
I actually knew about that, and I'm so happy for you to get that. Glenn is such a great supporter of our sport. He not only has a great product, but he supports a lot of trails. He does a lot of great things for Doc, Cindy, and I, and he's just a genuine guy, and he's always thinking about new products and different things, and he makes a quality product. So we're excited that he's working with you with that 360 deal. I'm really proud that he's got that going, and as long as he don't cut us out, Doc, we're good to go.
Yeah. There's quite a few questions that are coming up.
Okay.
Catfish Clothing wants to know, is Jeremy seeing where the municipalities are more eager to host tournaments now?
Sure. I was talking to somebody at Winter Blues, the crappie world experienced this. It is and on our live feed with Jason at B&M Poles, we talked about it a little bit too. Everybody's kind of hesitant. These national companies are hesitant to get on board. And they're not hesitant. They just don't understand the market. They know the bass world, and they know the crappie world and the walleye and all the other established sports that have been going on for 30 years or more. But the catfish world is going at a very fast rate, and I get more and more calls every day where they don't want to do another species of tournament because they want to do a catfish tournament. So you're fixing to start seeing a lot of people that were in the shadows that never thought about coming into the catfish world, both municipalities, cities that want to have tournaments, and sponsors from outside the fishing world that want to back the catfish world as well. So
that's awesome. I got it, Doc. Before you give him the next question,
it's time to spin the wheel.
Not until I read you Neil Craig's comment. Neil Craig says, so make sure there are no plumber cracks for cameras. He's been watching so many YouTube videos, and them guys get all them pictures. I don't care who you are or where you're from. That's pretty funny.
I can't edit out plumber's crack, so just don't do it.
If somebody gives it to you, you got to show it, don't you?
It's live, you do.
Everybody needs to wear the Duluth long tail T-shirts.
That's exactly right.
Hey, there's another sponsor for Catfish Weekly right there.
Yeah, no kidding. Sonny Parker is in our chat tonight. Sonny, we are hoping you're feeling a lot better. It's good to see you on in chat tonight. We're glad that you're doing better. Keep us posted on how you're feeling. Doc, what time did you say it was?
Good time to spin the wheel.
You know what? I'm all loaded up again and ready to go. Jeremy, you have another number in mind?
Let's do number 3.
All right. 1, 2, and 3. And this time the winner is Casey Skirvin. KACEYSKIRVIN. Congratulations, Casey. Easy now. I hear it rattling when you do that.
You're going to have to get me one of them, Doc.
River Rat Reel Repair. Casey, if you will get a hold of River Rat Reel Repair and tell them you want a prize on Catfish Weekly, they will give you a free reel cleaning. He does an outstanding job. He does all the work for Cindy and I on our stuff, and it is always done correctly. You'll love his work. If you have another reel or two that you either need repaired or cleaned, it doesn't cost a whole lot more to send several down than it does just one, and his charges are very, very minimal. You will be happy with what he does for you, I promise. So contact Jarrett, and he will fix you guys up. Thanks so much for watching Catfish Weekly. And, Jarrett, thank you so much for being a sponsor to our show.
Chad Wall wants to know, what do we have to look forward to at the Classic, Jeremy?
In terms of,
I don't know. That's the question.
Well, I'm hoping
a lot of big fish.
I'm hoping in terms of our Classic, we get tired of weighing in like 60 and 70-pound fish. And I'm hoping somebody breaks our heaviest fish ever weighed in the King Cat tournament, which was broke there last year, and that was 90 pounds. But other than that, we'll be giving away a $60,000 XL boat, one of those new Stormcat 230s, fully loaded. All you got to do is put gas in it and go. So we'll have the whole show there, and hopefully we can get Catfish Weekly there to do some stuff as well. So,
well, you know what? All you got to do is say you want us there, and somehow we're going to make it happen.
Well, I'm hoping you come and win the boat, Lyle.
You know what? I'm kind of hoping for that too. You know, that is a great boat. And where did you say the Classic was this year?
The Classic is none other than Decatur, Alabama.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Now,
yep.
we only usually fish.
It is November 1st and 2nd. So,
Doc, piping her in.
Hey, that's supposed to be the weekend I'm supposed to work, but hopefully I'll be retired.
Oh, heck yeah, man. We Cindy and I will usually only get to fish Wheeler like one time a year. And this year she's getting entered with Nikki and Hannah Ishcomer for the Chick Fights tournaments coming up. And I got to tell you, Jeremy, I'm really, really excited about this tournament. Even though I don't get to fish it, I think this is something that the sport has needed for a year or two. And I'm so happy that they put that thing together. And I can't wait to see what all them women, especially Cindy, Nikki, and Hannah do, to see what they do as competitive against each other. And what a great place to put it on. But Wheeler Lake, I mean, it's going to be a ton of fun. Like I say, I'm excited. Not that I'm going to be fishing it. I'm not even going to be running a boat. And that's cool. I really, Doc, you and I might have to go down there and take my boat. We'll just run around and fish while they're out there, just so we can fish.
I got wigs.
Them three ladies probably don't.
I got wigs.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited about this. I'm proud of them girls for putting this tournament together. Melinda and Ann have done a wonderful job with this. I'm excited for them. We're going to have them girls on Catfish Weekly next week to talk about the chick fight tournaments. And like I say, I think this is something that if you're a catfisherman, you should make that weigh in. I would love to see them get 50 boats for their first tournament. So if you ladies are thinking about fishing and you like to catfish, there's no better time than to jump in that chick fights tournament, get entered, and be ready to go, because everybody that ever fished Wheeler Lake has got as good a chance of winning down there as the next person, because you're in a confined area and there's a lot of fish there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what? People can pre-fish at that tournament for the Sea Arc.
For the Sea Arc tournament, yeah.
Yeah, Sea Arc's in May.
Yeah, so that's almost a month after.
A week or 2, 3 afterwards. So I'm really excited. Nikki says they're going to tear them up, and I hope you do. But I hope the rest of the ladies have a great time down there. I think it's going to be really cool.
See what Carl Wells wrote?
Carl Wells, Lyle and Doc and Drag. Thank you so much, Carl. All Doc and I need is a couple more people on us about something else, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, Doc said he had the
yeah. If we can sneak past Ann and Melinda in a wig, Doc, we're gonna have to shave, man.
Yeah. No, that's not gonna happen. You just have to see a woman with a beard on.
It'd be like going to the circus, wouldn't
it? Yeah.
I'm not going to comment.
Yeah, thank you so much for that.
Mike Crow wants to know, is the chick on the Wheeler?
Yes.
Yes, it is on Wheeler.
It'll be out of First Creek, I believe.
First Creek. Oh, down by the dam.
That time of the year, you ought to be able to just catch all the fish you want and not have to go very far.
Yeah, you're right, Catfish 66. That is a scary sight. Yeah, me and Lyle and Drag.
Oh, I was hoping he wasn't talking about that. I hope he had.
Please.
The good thing
Matthew, don't buy no wigs, please.
No. Yeah,
the good thing is I will be at Gallatin, Tennessee that weekend, so
yeah.
I'll be far enough away. Y'all can do it.
Well, as much as I'd like to fish that tournament in Gallatin, I'm probably going to have to go down there and see what Cindy and Nikki and Hannah do. I'm going to be pulling for them, but I want everybody to catch fish and have a lot of fun. But I will be pulling for them girls. I have a good feeling about what they're going to do, and Hannah can throw a cast net. I don't even have to help get bait. I mean, it don't get no better than that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and I know there's a lot. I talked to some women over the weekend. There's a lot of them that's thinking about it, and if you're on the line, join up.
That's right. It gives the women something to be just women only, because me and Ron Presley were talking about this. There's a lot of women in the catfish world, which is exciting. It's a good thing.
There's getting to be more and more every year.
Yeah, I'm glad to see it. I'm glad that they're doing it.
And my baby was leading the pack.
That's right.
Size Matters Catfishing said that his daughter is looking for a partner for the chick fight. So if someone's out there needs a partner, call him up.
There you go.
Size Matters Catfishing. His daughter.
That'd be cool. I'm hoping somebody has an opening and people like K-Bug Clark and people like that can get in it. That'd be really cool. All right. Jeremy, what's the chances of you putting something together at Lake of the Ozarks and Truman?
It is very likely. If you don't change the weather this week, I will be down there at Kansas and Missouri trying to put that together by the end of this week. So I think it's a pretty good chance we'll be on one or the other, but I'm hoping for both, being that the Classic next year is in Kansas. So looking for some Oklahoma tournaments while I'm there. So
yeah, I think that'd be good.
Yeah, and that's the thing. There's so many good catfish waters everywhere else in the country. Channels, blues, flatheads, it don't matter. so many good fisheries that we don't even get close to, that I'm trying to do a little bit better job getting close to. I saw Seminoles. Seminoles is the one I'm looking at in Florida, but definitely Truman or Ozarks, and then Oklahoma, Texas.
I got a bucket list place that you're not talking about, Jeremy.
Go for it.
Texoma.
That's one of them on my radar. Actually working on getting it out of Denison right now. So that'll be one of them, hopefully on the schedule with Twaukene and Ray Hubbard. So
Ray Hubbard, I used to work for a guy in Dallas, and he'd go over and bass fish. Of course, I kind of laughed at him about that, but he'd go over there before work and catch 3 or 4, 5, and 6 pound bass and bring them in and show it to us, and then take them to the neighbor and eat. And I thought, hell, more than you get rid of, the better off I am. But he wasn't a tournament fisherman; he was just a fisherman. But he was very successful down there, and I know there's some giant fish in Ray Hubbard and Texoma. Both Texoma used to hold a record.
Had held the world record for a long time.
Yep.
Of course, I saw Cody Mullinex, the guy that still holds the state record. He was at Winter Blues this weekend.
Yep.
Really good fisherman. But Texoma is an awesome fishery, and it's a big lake. You got lots of water to fish there. So
I like that.
Yeah.
Spread them out.
That's right. Spread them out and put them on everybody's pond. So I'm going to have like 3 more Jeremys to run fishing tournaments, but they actually just hired my dad to become a tournament director and do some of our crappie stuff, but hopefully he'll be running some of my catfish tournaments. So you'll kind of get half a Jeremy at some of them, hopefully. So
that'd be great. He'll do a great job. I know I've met him down there when you guys was all down at one of the tournaments we was at, and this is going to be really cool. You guys will work together and get everything done, and I'm excited about what you guys got coming up this year. I think it's going to be outstanding.
Yeah, and one of the new things we've got at our weigh-ins, we've dealt with Eagle Nets for a long, long time, and he actually builds a catfish sling, or not a catfish sling, but a big sling that holds catfish, whatever you want to put in it. I know a lot of people use them to weigh their fish while they're in the boat without hurting them through their gills and stuff. But we're going to have about 8 of those in the weigh-in line. So if you don't have big fish where you have to, or want to get one out for the crowd or something like that, those will be provided where you can go ahead and get your fish caught in those and let them sit in your live well water. And when you get up to the weigh-in, the fish come straight out of the water. They get weighed and go to the water, so they're not getting stressed anymore. It speeds up the process a little bit more for the fish still in line.
That's good.
So we're trying to make that a little bit, not necessarily faster to take away from somebody's fish, but those small fish that are hard to catch and take 4 or 5 minutes here and 4 or 5 minutes there that end up adding 45 minutes to the weigh-in time. Hopefully it'll cut some of that out and reduce fish stress as well. So,
well, that's outstanding. And I think weigh slings are an underutilized tool that a lot of people probably ought to be looking at for the safety of the fish. And it's like throwing them in the water. People throw them in the water, they belly flop. Them fish have never had that happen before. They don't know what that is. And what people dropping them, and I've done it. Everybody does it because they'll twist and get away from you so fast. But you have to be as careful not to let it happen as you can. And fish slings support the whole body, not just one part of it. I think that's very safety minded for people that are turning fish loose. It doesn't matter if you catch a 10-pound fish and you're going to eat it, that's one thing. But if it's a 40 or 100 and you're going to turn it back loose, especially the bigger they are, the more important it is that you support that whole body. And let's face it, the bigger they are, the harder it is to do.
It is. And that's just one way to reduce a lot of that. You're never, like you said, you're never going to reduce all of it.
No.
But you can reduce a lot of it. And so that's one of our ways. And then it's going to happen in the hotter months. It don't matter where you go, but a fish is going to get stressed in hotter weather, and he's going to be weak when he gets to me. So I now have a 2,500-gallon fire department dunk tank, which awesome. I think Jody had one, and then we had it at our classic. But I'm going to have that at probably most of my tournaments with the new oxygen system that Extreme has. And so that'll be set up. So if we have weak fish, they can go in there and we can work with them and kind of get them back going before we put them in the water and just let them fend for themselves. So
right now, before we get back to Doc, and I know I'm cutting him short here because there's some funny stuff going on in chat. There really is. Cindy and I fished Carruthersville last year. You guys put one on down there, sort of on short notice, but it was man, what a fun place to have a tournament.
Yep.
I mean, we had a blast down there, and I'm hoping you have that lined up again for this year.
That's what we're working on. We're going to probably have an answer like we did last year at the Catfish conference and announce it there. So
okay.
That's my game plan. So
we want some information on Illinois River.
On the Illinois River, you're going back over to Peoria, aren't you?
Yeah, we'll be back at Pekin on Illinois. So, and if anybody has a question, there's a full list either on our Facebook page or they can go to kingcatusa.com, and it has the schedule, and it'll have the 2020 schedule as we update it. So,
Pekin, Illinois is a great place. We Cindy and I fished a night tournament over there one time, and we didn't do real good in the tournament. But from the time we started fishing until the time we quit, we caught fish constantly.
That's when you caught your first flathead.
That's the first place I ever caught a flathead on cut bait. I'd heard that my whole life. Oh, we catch flatheads all the time on cut bait. I thought everybody was lying to me. And I caught 5 or 6 on cut bait that night. Now they wasn't real big. I mean, they was nice flatheads, but they wasn't 40 or 50 pounds. And I finally had to give up the ghost and say, well, them guys have been telling me the truth. They actually do catch them on cut bait. Because my whole life I had never caught a flathead on cut bait, only on live bait. And that night we laid them out. And I don't know, Cindy, what we catch, 20 or 30 fish?
Oh, yeah.
Just one right after another. We just didn't get the a big one to go to where it was put us in the money, and that's okay. That is a great place to have tournaments. There's a fine bunch of folks over there, and I'll tell you what, there's as tough a fishermen in that area as you're ever going to find.
We did.
Oh, they are, and they travel all over the country too, and they're tough from the
Yes, they are.
They are. So, but that is one of our super events, which you asked earlier what was new. Our super events now qualify the top 25. Our one-day events are still the top 3, but the 4 super events, which is Pekin, Illinois, Jeffersonville, Indiana, Paducah, Kentucky, and Loudon, Tennessee on Watts Bar, all qualify the top 25 teams. So come to one of the 4, Pekin, Illinois being one of those, and make it a little easier to qualify for the Classic if you can't fish 4 or 5 to, do something different. So,
hey, Doc, that one on the Tennessee River down there sounds pretty enticing, doesn't it?
Yep, that's Watts Bar.
That's right. I know you like that place.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, it may not have a lot of 90s to 100s like Wheeler does, but I think it's probably
but it's got 40s and 50s. Pretty consistent.
Consistent and quality. It's the best lake in the country, I think.
Yeah, that one tournament I fished in where Daniel and I came in 8th place. We had a 45 and a 46, and then that's the one where Scott Kress just went crazy. And he had a 70 or something in there, and then he backed it up with a 60.
Yeah, it was some great big old fish. And we see big fish, big flatheads, big blues, big channels.
Yeah.
It don't matter what you're looking for; they got big of all of them. So
we have a question about your age limits for the tournament and how you divide up, or you can have the 3rd person in here.
Did Cindy ask that?
No.
In the parking lot.
She brought it to my attention.
You get him in the parking lot.
Yeah, she's done caught me Saturday. I figured that was all Cindy. But no, you can have a 3rd person in the boat if they're under 16 or over 65. Looking at maybe redoing some of the older age limits, maybe down to 60. Not for 2019, it would be for 20, but for 19, it's over 65 or under 16. So
we'll make it. We'll be all right. I'm going to be there fast enough. Let's not rush it.
I'm already there.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of people don't know that the kids under 16 that fish in our big tournaments, as well as the kids 12 and under that fish in our kid rodeos, all go into a kid's scholarship drawing at the end of the year for 6 $1,000 scholarships. But a lot of people didn't really know that under 16 that fish our big tournaments like the Ishcomers and some of those go into that drawing as well. Like I said, at the end of the year, we give away $6,000 in scholarships. To date, it's $355,000 in college scholarships. But
awesome.
Last year, Noah Ishcomer won one of those. So
well deserved.
It is very possible for a kid under 16 that fishes the big tournament to do it.
That's really cool. Before we spin the wheel, and we're due, hang on, folks. Cliff Miller and 2 or 3 others has put this in the chat. Are you looking at anything in the St. Louis area? And believe me, I know how hard that area is to put a tournament on, because if you have a big tournament out, there's really not a ramp down there that has a parking lot to have a big tournament.
No, I had some really good connections at the casino right there beside the arch. And it's like a whole giant boat ramp on the St. Louis riverfront, or was, but the city decided they were tearing all that up and kind of stopped all of that. But I'm looking at getting one back there somewhere around the St. Charles, St. Louis area. So I'm working on it.
That's awesome, because I know everybody thinks that Wheeler Lake's the only place to get big catfish. But if you want to catch big catfish and fish a river where they fight like nobody else, that's St. Louis and that Missouri, Mississippi rivers, there's nothing like going there.
I just think it would be awesome to have a weigh-in right under the arch. That's like my career goal, is to have a weigh-in at the arch.
I would love to see that happen. I really love to see that happen.
Between me and you, Lyle, being Cardinals fans, that's a goal.
And we are.
I talked to one of them Reds fans, Miss Janet Fox, earlier, but it is what it is. So
we haven't given anything away in chat.
No.
Let's spin the wheel and we'll give one of them away. Everybody will like that. Jeremy, you have another number you can share with us?
Let's do 5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the winner is Jim Catman Clark. Jim has won several times, and tonight he wins again. You're going to knock that thing off for spinning it like that. No, not yet. There could be a time. A little flapper up at the top. I may have to replace that the way she's going, Doc.
So I thought I'd seen somewhere in there that said you or Doc could dress up like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Doc, not me.
Yeah, Doc. Put on your Docfire, Mrs. Docfire.
Well, Lindsay said you were a partner.
Twice in one night.
No, it went back.
Oh, did it? Well, what did you do?
I didn't touch it. What in the world?
Come on, kids.
Whisker stick LED lights.
It went backwards.
You got to quit.
I didn't touch it.
I don't know what you're doing. Whisker Sticks LED lights is the winner. Jim Clark, if you will contact the good folks at Whisker Sticks LED lights, they will hook you up with a great prize. There's some wonderful lights. You'll love them. I'm sure you probably already have some, but you're fixing to get some more. And Tim and Lena and all you guys, thank you so much for everything you do for Catfish Weekly. We appreciate it more than words can describe. You've been a supporter of us for a really, really long time.
Got you guys started in the business, too. I remember when we did that.
I remember when he sent us both ones to test.
Yeah. Well, we seen him down at the Catfish conference. I said, that's a pretty good product there.
Yep. I agree.
Okay, Dustin Falls putting you on the spot there, Jeremy. Ask him if he's planning on D&T making the championship trophies.
Heck, if he wants to. He made some awesome trophies last year for the points winners. So I'd turn him loose and let him make some more, because he said he had some good ideas at Wheeler the other day. So I'll be excited to see what else he can come with. So tell him to knock himself out. I
thought the ones he done for Jody down there at Decatur, Alabama was outstanding. They was beautiful. The ones he done for us last year at the national championship was absolutely knockout gorgeous. But the ones he done for Jody was a different color scheme.
Like it's a blue, wasn't it?
And they was beautiful.
They were gorgeous.
Yeah, and Jody, they make some great prizes to give away. They're outstanding. They look awesome, and anybody would be proud to have one of them on their mantle. But you're going to have to do better than we did at the tournament last weekend to get one.
Yeah.
You're due, Lyle. I feel like you can win a new boat.
I understand. Oh, let her rip, Cindy.
What? No. Cliff Miller's.
Oh, Jeremy, your career goal should be a weigh-in on home plate at Busch Stadium.
That'd
If
be
you
awesome.
get that done and you don't invite me to go down there, I'm going to be a little
You said a
disappointed.
weigh-in, so that means you'll have to.
A weigh-in at the home plate at Busch Stadium? Holy crap, man. Me and you
If I
go to
get-
town down there, buddy.
If I get that done, I'm retiring after that
Yeah, me too.
because I'll probably be that old. Hey, it would tickle me no more than to be able to do that at Busch
That's
Stadium.
a fact. Hey, I got to tell you, if you're going over to Kansas this week, I don't know if you're going through up 65 highway or how you're getting there, but if you're very close to us, you need to give me a holler and we'll go out to dinner or something. Be a blast.
Yeah,
We got-
I was going to tell y'all when I come through, being that I'm all alone, I figured I'd stop and see some of my Cardinals friends. So
Absolutely. We have a really, really nice – Buffalo is a little bitty town. We have the world's smallest Walmart.
Smaller.
They call it Small Mart. That's correct. But we have a place downtown to eat that is really, really good.
I can handle that. I'm all about food.
Me
If you
too.
want to know where the good places to eat in town, all you got to do is call me.
I'm the same way. I love to eat, and I do plenty of it.
That's right. Y'all fish and we eat while y'all are fishing. So
Yeah.
Cliff says his cousin got married on home plate.
Really?
Wow.
Lindsay Knight said, thanks to you, their lab is now getting a Worcester sticks on her collar and adding one to her key ring.
That's right. Tim will love that. I sent Tim a video of our dog running around in the dark. I mean, it's hard to see anything but the light, but you can watch her going through the field behind the house looking for a perfect spot. It was pretty cool. So
I like it. I think I'm going to try that.
He said Cabela's is going to go to Clinton.
to Clinton Lake.
I don't know. Adam Isaac said Cabela's at Clinton. He's in.
I don't know.
Oh, I think there's a cake or I don't really know. No, I don't. I've
Truman?
never heard it.
Truman and Clinton?
There's Clinton on the town of Clinton's is on Truman Lake, but I'd be surprised if that'd be a good place to check.
Yeah.
There's an outdoor store there.
Oh,
Everhart's.
I forgot about Everhart's. They're big in the crappie world. So
Yep.
I could probably
Now you guys are coming to Catfish Conference, right?
We sure are. We got a booth. We didn't get a great big booth, but we will be at the Catfish Conference with all the schedules. And
Yeah, get a pick on you again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're looking at 46 days, 0 hours, 0 minutes. Oh, that's cool. 0 minutes and 39 seconds.
And Jeremy, you're going to have to make sure you come over and visit with us at our booth. We'd love to have you over there. We enjoy it when you spend a little time with us. So that'd be really cool.
Clinton Lake.
I think I'm just
Clinton
going
Lake
to have
in
you all.
Kansas.
I'm going to let you all do my job, and then I will sit there and do Catfish Weekly. So
Hey.
we'll just trade jobs.
You know what? We'll be happy to do that. So Doc and I can get up and walk around a little bit. As at our age, we like to move around to loosen up a little bit.
Hey, we can put the tournaments where we want them, right? If we're going to do Jeremy's job.
I don't know if he like that. I don't know if he can make that happen or not.
He'll
No,
be
that's
missing.
fine. That's fine. You just have to turn around and go run them.
No,
No,
we're
I
done
don't-
with that.
no.
We're done with that. Not
It's a
gonna happen.
double-edged sword.
Yeah, I'll pass on it. We've done it for a long time. We're not going to do it anymore.
Nope.
But I really, like I say, we enjoy going to these tournaments so much. And we like to do good as well as the next person. But if we don't, we're still okay because we had such a great time visiting with everybody down there and meeting all the new folks and seeing some of the youngsters coming up. And we got a bright future for our sport if we can just hold everything together and until everything goes. No,
Hey, that's-
no,
Glenn said to put
No.
Lyle in the Catfish suit.
no.
I like it.
Have to have an extra pocket there for us full-figured guys.
Oh, hey, if I can get in, you can get in, because I'm too tall for it. So, you know.
Yeah, but I'm not that tall, so I'd have to roll the pant legs up on it.
I think you'd look good in it, Lyle.
No,
I really do.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it, but I don't want to. It's kind of like Santa Claus suits. I've done that a time or two, and I scared my grandkids, so I'm not real fond of doing that either.
Sonny Parker wants to know, Jeremy, do you need someone to meet you at Milford this weekend with a boat?
If it's not good, well, I think it's gonna be cold. I think Lyle told me it's gonna be like snowing.
Well, here, that's what they're calling for. They're here. But I promise you, if you get in a boat with Sonny, you'll be in great hands. He's a super nice guy.
Well, Sonny, if you will just Facebook message me, we may try to put that together with some of the city officials. So.
Oh man, no.
No.
What? Well, I missed
No.
What?
Tim put on here, we need a game booth with a dunk tank for Doc, Lyle, and Steve Douglas.
Yes.
Yeah, when I hit the dunk tank, there won't be any more water left.
That's the way I feel about it too. Poor old Steve will have a dry hole to hit when they hit.
I have a 2,500-gallon tank, and it won't get all the water out.
It won't get all the water out. Well, don't put no swing above it.
I'm game. I'd put it together for y'all.
Thank
for
you.
Free. I wouldn't even charge.
Man, don't give these guys any ideas, Jeremy.
Northeast Kansas guy said there's no snow, so
no snow. Heck
snow.
yeah. There you go.
Sonny, just Facebook message me and we might put that together. So
that'd be all right. There you go. Without me.
Got a good heater.
That's right. Hey, I'm game. We took the ladies with the tourism out this weekend. David Chipman and Cad Daly put them on some fish. So we're going to start doing more of that if anybody wants to take the mayor and have a little fun with some of the city officials. So
I think that's a great plan.
Did he have a suit on?
He did not go. He had some congestion in the chest that morning. But Cat looked at me as he drove by and he said, "Is that the mayor?" And I said, "I hope not." He had a 3-piece suit on, and sure enough, it was him. So he didn't go, but he was a little jealous. So we're going to do a little tournament between all the city officials in March and have a redemption tournament in November. And he was jealous enough that he's fishing both of them. So
well, very good, very good.
Just gets the people involved that makes the catfish world grow. So,
hey Doc, how about you load everything up in chat?
Okay.
Whisker Six said that you could call it the polar bear pool.
No. No.
We could even add ice to it so it kind of goes along with that other challenge.
Well, thank you so much.
Where they dump the ice on you. Yeah, we could get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I think I'll pass on if it's all
I don't do ice fishing.
Yeah, me either.
All right, I'm ready.
Hey, James Fox is in. Welcome, James. Glad to see you. Tom Wilson, how you doing? Yes, I will message me after the show. If all of you guys that are watching the show, remember we had a couple of really, really good shows with a gentleman named Ted Ellensbecker. And Ted makes a video called Any Fish, Any Water. Can buy it on Amazon. But right here in my hot little hand, I have one. And Dwayne Buckridge, I haven't forgotten you. I've just been really, really busy. And we're going to give one of those away in chat right now.
And the winner is Liz Littleton, Littleton. Liz Littleton.
And Liz, if you will contact me and send me a message on our Facebook page or our email, I will send this out to you. This is a great video with a lot of cool information. Ted is a great speaker, and he does wonderful things for the sport of fishing, not just catfishing, but other species too. And this is a great video, and you will enjoy it, I promise. Just message us, and we will get it out in the mail to you. And thanks so much for watching Catfish Weekly. And thanks, Ted and his group, for sending us these giveaway prizes. All right. Jeremy, we're running on just a little over an hour. Can you tell everybody how they can get in touch with you, or if they need information, where they can go to find information for the Cabela's tournaments?
Yeah. They can go to kingcatusa.com, which that's cat with a K. And it's got my information on there, my email. Or they can just give me a call on my cell phone, 270-804-5012. Or shoot me a Facebook message. I control the Cabela's King Cat Facebook, so they can send a Facebook message there as well. So I'm easy to get either way they want to contact me. And one thing I'll add before the Catfish Conference, but they can come by our booth, and the kids under 16 at the Catfish Conference can come give us their name and number, and we'll put them in for one of those 6 $1,000 scholarships at the end of the year. And I'm working on the Louisville Cabela store and the Clarksville Bass Pro to bring rod and reels for all the kids that come by and do that. So,
well, Jeremy, you know, a lot of people don't know that we tried to do something last year and things kind of got in the way. And you and I have talked about this for what, 6 months or so. I've tried to do something with you through Cabela's called Where in the World is Jeremy Coe? And we're going to try to make that happen. I'm not sure when we're going to start that. You and I'll have to discuss that. But before the tournaments get started, we need to figure out a day of the week that we can do that. And we're going to find out where Jeremy's at each week and get you all information on the tournaments and the surrounding areas for anybody that wants to go to fishing. And, you know, we make poke fun at each other a little bit. I mean,
No.
you know, it's going to be interesting, and it'll be a lot of fun for us to continue doing that. And I think it'll be good for all the viewers. And if they want to fish Cabela's tournaments, they can count on us being there during the week and say, okay, Jeremy and King Cat are going to be at such and such place. And if they want to go fish one, they'll know where you're at.
that's right. And I go a lot of places. I'm all over the country this time of year, so
yep, I'm interested in all them places you go to eat, man.
Hey, let's get in. I see. I'm starting to grow out. I've got to quit that.
Well, that part doesn't get any better as you get older, does it, Doc?
No, it doesn't.
Starts about 30, so you better be careful, Jeremy.
You know what, Jeremy? While you're still here, let's spin the Rig Wrap prize wheel one more time while you're here.
All right, let's go number one.
Number one it is, and the winner is Greg Olala. Ollila. Great.
Captain Greg.
Captain
I like
Greg.
Greg.
Greg is a super nice guy. He's a captain. Got his captain license. He does a little guiding. He does some work for Navionics. Very knowledgeable guy, and everybody keep him in your mind if you're looking for a trip. So real cool dude.
Oh, these guys are wicked tonight.
They are.
I still like the dunk tank.
Oh, no.
I think you need one.
No.
That would be so much
That's
fun.
what you want to do.
No.
All right.
Well, if they were to do it, we could do it for charity.
That's right, Lyle. You could do it for
We
charity.
could do it for the veteran.
We've got
Doc,
Doc
you're
on
not
board
helping.
now with it.
You're not helping, Doc.
I'm all for the veterans thing.
I am too, but comes the point in time.
Rig wrap.
Rig wrap. Greg, if you'll contact me after the show, give me your shipping address, I will fix you up with some Rig Wrap products. I know you're going to love them. We all use them. They're a great sponsor, not only to Catfish Weekly, but now to the Cabela's tournament. You'll not find a better product anywhere on the market for saving you time. And we're going to be able to hook you up with some products, so be sure to get a hold of me. Thanks so much for watching Catfish Weekly. No, I'm scared.
I can just imagine this. Lyle in an American flag Speedo in the dunk tank.
What the hell?
Oh, wait. It's got my name on it now. It's time to get off here. It's a bad idea now.
Yeah.
I will have to go back and read the comments because
Chad Jackson, he will sponsor it.
Thank
Oh,
you
man.
so much for that.
I can see this happening.
Man,
Don't talk. Don't talk.
Oh no.
That'd
We
be
don't
a
need
good way to get to pay me back for what I did to everybody. But I can guarantee you one thing. If they do it, give me a microphone because I am gonna light people up.
That's right. That's exactly right. Well, hang on, folks. We got some more stuff to do here. Don't run off. Jeremy, I can't thank you enough for spending your Monday evening on the show with us. It's always a blast when you're on with us, and I can't wait till we get together and do some more stuff. It's just been so much fun.
Hey, thank you all as always. Y'all have a great evening, and holler at me, Lyle, tomorrow or something, and we'll go eat while I'm out your way this end of the week.
Absolutely. Yeah, you've got my phone number, and if you're near 65 Highway, you'll be really, really close to my house.
Yeah, we'll just plan on it. So thank y'all again. Thank you, Doc. And y'all get recovered from Alabama. And we look forward to seeing y'all in the future. So
Absolutely.
Appreciate you being on the show.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
thank you all. Y'all have a good
Bye,
one.
Jeremy.
Okay, Jeremy,
Bye.
thanks. Man, what a great guest Jeremy is, and he's does some wonderful things for our sport, Doc. I'm so proud of him. The Cabela's and Bass Pro couldn't have a better guy to do their stuff for them than Jeremy Cope. He really does. He's just a super nice guy. I want to let you know that Rig Wrap had a contest called Pick the Winner Contest for Winter Blues.
That's right.
And there was a whole bunch of participation, but nobody picked the winner.
Oh.
Nobody picked the winner.
Glenn got off easy.
He did. And that's too bad. Somebody should have picked Danny Combe and his partner because they ended up winning. And Danny, congratulations. I don't have your partner's names handy here right now, but all three of you done an outstanding job. You fished an area, from what I understand, that nobody else was at, and you laid it on the rest of us. So congratulations. I know Danny has helped me out in the past when I had boat motor trouble. He's a very knowledgeable guy, told me exactly what to look for. That was exactly the problem. And instead of spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars that I didn't need to be, I went and got a gasket and fixed it for myself in about, an hour?
Oh, yeah. Well,
something like that.
Been a little longer.
It might have been a little longer than that. But, I don't work on boat motors, but he was 100% spot on with that. So congratulations, you guys, on a job well done. Again, Doc, winter blues on Wheeler. I have a blast when we go there. We always have a good time.
The weather could have been, the weather was horrible.
It's better than last year.
That's right.
Well, yeah, it wasn't cold, so I'll take the wet over the cold. But again, weather affects me with my age, and
yeah,
it just. I think we had one day that was kind of decent, but then the wind decided to show its ugly face, which that's typical for Wheeler.
It is. Blake Boker and Ruger McNeil was his partners. Thank you, Cliff. Those guys just knocked it out of the park down there compared to what everybody else was doing. So job well done. But yeah, it's too bad that we couldn't get in Glenn's pocket. There's nobody's pocket I would rather get into on giving stuff away simply because he's sitting down there in 80-degree weather and the rest of us are not.
Yeah.
And we love old Glenn, man. He's so good to us, and I'm so proud that him and Jeremy has worked out a deal that's going to be awesome for Cabela's. And like I say, we had a blast down at Wheeler. We really did. We didn't do good in the tournament. Neither one of us did, and that's okay. But the people down there, the people that was down there are the same people that we see a lot of times down at Wheeler, and some of them we see several times a year, and others we only see once or twice a year, and it's down there. But it's so much fun. And Jody had a rough day the day before the tournament, getting his trailer stuck and all the crap that went on for that, and that's that kind of throws a wrench in stuff because he's planning on being there a day early. But everything went off. I really thought it seemed like the weigh-in was long, but maybe it's just because I got tired of standing up out there. Maybe I should have took me a lawn chair. But everybody done a bang-up job down there. There was some great fish caught. It's Wheeler Lake. You're supposed to catch big fish down there.
Yeah. And we saw some good big fish caught.
We
They
did.
just wasn't in our boat.
Yeah, it just didn't come in our boat. And we had, like I told some other people,
I
we had
enjoyed
a,
myself.
yeah, we had a plan. And if it had worked out, we'd have been gold because we had a spot that had big fish in it and we didn't go fish them. We went to put our 5 in the boat first, and maybe we should have went after the big fish because they were studs and we didn't bother them at all. But I thought we'd go put our 5 in the boat and then go catch our big fish. And maybe I should have went after the big fish first because we didn't get the little ones. But either way, we had a blast down there. We always do. We're already looking forward to next year, so it is what it is.
Size matters. Found a dunk tank to rent.
No. What's the matter with you guys? Nobody wants to see me and Doc up there getting dunked. They want to find you young guys. We have a tank in the charity.
Oh,
All we need is people to dunk. Any ideas? Well, I'll think of somebody, John. and it won't
I'll
be
bring
me and
extra
Doc.
clothes. Yeah, we'll get Dieter out there.
That's right. Dieter, he's young enough. He
and
can.
Luke.
Yeah, Luke. There's Luke Hinges would be a good
Luke,
one to dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Thank you so much, Jeremy.
We get Tim from Whisker Sticks.
Yeah.
We get Chris Flores. We get Peter Dries.
Yeah.
All them guys. Oh, yeah.
We'll find somebody.
Size matters.
Yeah.
Since he's getting-
But I do like it. That's a good idea, man. We can do something for the veterans
Do that
again.
now till you get wet.
Yeah, until I get wet. And then somebody, yeah, first time I hit the water, somebody's going to say, oh, this is a bad.
That and said not to
deal.
let y'all wear white t-shirts.
Yeah, no kidding.
That'd be like a hippo hitting the water.
YouTube dunk tape.
I have another announcement, Doc. Patriot Catfishers America. If you get a chance, run over to their YouTube page and take a look at their list of YouTube participants. It's going to be in their tournament down there this year. They have quite a list of good YouTube channel people that's going to be down there fishing that tournament. They're going to go live. They tell you all about it on their video that was made. So jump on over and check that out. There's a lot of big names and a lot of fun people that's going to be in that tournament. And it's going to be broadcast live Saturday. So be sure to watch out for that if you want to see some cool stuff. They'll be going live out of boats and all kinds of stuff. So it's really going to be neat. If you get a chance, jump on over and check it out. You'll be glad you did.
I'll bring the life jacket.
Yeah, I'll be needing one.
I'm gonna put some snakes in it for y'all.
No,
That doesn't bother me none.
it bothers me a lot.
That's just bait.
Yeah.
Spiders too.
Yeah, I don't like them either. Hey, I got a concealed carry. I can pack it for them spider and snake. How about a tip of the week tonight, my man?
Tip of the week tonight. Well, this is a good one, and I have done this one before. And this weekend, I talked to one of the big legends in catfishing, and he come up to me and he goes, Doc, I didn't listen to your tip. And I said, what do you mean, Mr. Dale Kearns?
Oh,
And he said, we spotted 2 fish on the rig. He says, we dropped them down. He said the first fish hit 10 minutes after they put baits out. And he said he racked that rod down, and that's the 77 that he checked in. He said he got all excited because the second fish he knows was bigger than the first. And he said he put the rod out, and the same rod that he caught the 77 on, he said went down 2 times harder than the one he caught the 77. And he said he went to pull back, and pow, he said broken leader.
Oh, Dale.
So, and he said it was just he got excited, and I know we all have done it.
Yeah.
And I know he is very adamant about checking a leader after he gets a big fish in. And so am I. I check the leader all the time, but he told me there, he goes, this one time, he says, it cost me.
Yeah.
So that's Doc's tip of the week. After you catch a big fish, or even if you catch any fish,
That's right.
take your finger and thumb and run over that leader and make sure that leader is in good shape and where your main line attaches, just kind of check that out. Make sure a rock hasn't gotten to it. That's Doc's tip for the night.
You know what, Doc? That could happen to any of us. We all get excited catching them fish.
Oh, yeah.
It takes a guy like Dale Kearns of that quality of man to admit that he done something wrong, because Dale is one of the all-time greats in our sport.
Oh, yeah. That guy's caught some big fish over the years.
On a lot of tournaments, too.
Yep.
Next week, Melinda Folsom and Ann are going to be on our show. We're going to talk chick fights. I am really excited about this. Be sure to tune in. We'll have a lot of cool stuff to do. We're going to be spinning a Rig Wrap prize. We'll be giving away stuff in chat. Melinda Folsom and Ann are, what's Ann's last name?
White.
Ann White. We're going to have a blast with them two ladies. Cindy will probably chime in a lot with them because they've been working on some stuff together. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tell your ladies that like to catfish to get entered in this tournament. We need to make this a 50 boat event. If we can get 50 for the first time, the sky's the limit for what happens after that. It'll be a ton of fun. And, well, cinnamon rolls. Am I talking about cinnamon rolls? I love cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, we know you.
Anyhow, be sure to tune in next week to Catfish Weekly to find out all about that tournament. It's going to be a blast, and I can't wait to see what these ladies put together. I'm expecting some giant fish to come in, Doc.
Yep. Thank you, everybody. 101 thumbs up, 1 thumb down. Always got haters, but hey, we love you anyway.
That's exactly right. We think the world of you. Thanks, everybody, for watching Catfish Weekly, and we will. Hey. Friday at 3 o'clock, live with Lyle.
Live with Lyle.
I'll try to keep it a little cleaner this week than it was last week. I know we had a little snafu on that, but we'll knock that out and do it like we're supposed to. So be sure to tune in, and then we'll see you Monday night on Catfish Weekly. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks, guys.